welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we are going to be looking at Strong of Heart. Reason being that Stampin' Up next Thursday, so Thursday the 16th of September, it is our day of service. And because Strong of Heart is to do with heart health, the day of service is basically trying to do as much as you can with regards to helping somebody, giving some time to somebody that you know that might need some help. So it could be things like donating to a hospital, it could be sending cards to healthcare workers, or maybe elderly people you know in a nursing home or somewhere like that. It could be donating blood, so going to a blood bank and donating blood, learning some CPR training, all sorts of things that you might be able to do. And I thought that I would bring you a card using Strong of Heart. I know we've done a few things with it, but I thought of something different. And I might do a couple of other ones as well. So, you know, it'll give you some ideas. And the reason Strong of Heart is really good is in the mini catalogue, which runs from July to December, well, August to December. Right at the beginning on page 5, Strong of Heart is a Make a Difference stamp set. And it says, join us in making a difference. For each Strong of Heart stamp set purchased, we will donate £2.50 to support heart health. So even if you aren't able to make lots of cards and things, if you purchase this stamp set, and there will be a link down below, £2.50 of it is actually going straight away to heart health. So I thought I would do my little bit and bring you some ideas, and I'm going to be making some cards anyway, which I will donate to a local nursing home. So we need the Strong of Heart stamp set. We've moved this out of the way. We need a, I'm using a blank of Pear Pizzazz, couldn't even think of it for a minute, and a just a white card blank. So the colour that we're going to have is Pear Pizzazz. So we need to sort of have colours and things that will blend with that nicely. And we're going to be using this one, so the one with the flower, but we're not going to be doing it as a heart. I thought we would do something different with it. So let's take this piece to start off with. I need to get myself a scrap because we're going to be, that'll do, we're going to be stamping off on the edges. So I've just got myself a little scrap so that I don't go through my grid paper too quickly. I use my grid paper all the time, as you know, so it's very good for lining things up and making sure you're straight. So we're going to put this onto a block, and I've used a, what block's this one? It's the E block, so it's quite a big block, but it's quite good because we want that that sort of size. And we're going to be using Memento ink, and we're going to be using a Simply Chamois or something where you can make sure that you're not going to be, we don't want the heart on this, we just want the flower. So if you take your Memento, and what I'm going to do is I am going to just ink it up, just the flower. So I'm not going down below. Okay, I don't know whether you can see that, but I'm not going down below here. So there's nothing below here, and there's nothing along here. Now, if you find you've got a little bit there, you can either take it off like me with my finger, or you can use the Simply Chamois. Now, I've just realised that I haven't got this little top piece in on here, so I need to do this little top piece. A cotton bud or something like that would work, but as I say, I'm quite happy to just use, I'm happy to wash my hands afterwards. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it down the left hand side of the card, and you can see where the top is, so we want to have it sort of as close to the side as we can, and we're just going to press it down like that. So we've got a little bit coming over the top, which is fine, and then we're going to do exactly the same thing. So as I say, you have to be careful with your inking up and make sure you don't come down. It's quite easy to do it on this bit, but you'll find when we get onto this little bit here, you can see again I've got a tiny bit on here, so I just need to make sure that I've removed that. And as I say, a cotton bud would work, but you can sort of do it with your fingers. And then we want to line this up really quite closely. So if you look, there's only a little tiny space between there, and we want that point to come right in. And I'm going to try and make sure that my head's not too close. So we'll have this one coming in here. Okay, a little bit's come off, and again that doesn't really matter, but we've got the leaf quite tight up. So, you know, you'll either be very accurate or you'll not be very accurate at all, but again it doesn't matter that much. You know, just try and do the best you can. And as I say, if you get it, again I've got a little bit on here, so I'm just changing my finger actually. I'm going to take it with this one and just making sure that I've rubbed it through. As I say, you can use your simply chamois. You can also use, I've got a little bit down on here this time, so I need to make sure that that's off. And again, I'm going to use the simply chamois this time to just show you that you can, because there's a point on it, you can take it right up to that point and move it down. You have to excuse, my phone's just going off. I will just go and turn it off actually. It shouldn't be ringing, so. Right, excuse me for that. Unfortunately, I do get the odd sales calls and things during the day, which is very frustrating. I don't like that at all, but there we are. That's the sort of world we live in. And then this one, we can take this one again from the bottom, just down on here. And again, we've got it off. Now, there's a little slight mark on there, but not too much. And you can, if you want to, if it bothers you. As I say, it's so faint you can probably hardly see it. I can just about see it. But as I say, if you use a cotton bud or something like that, in fact, the putty side of the take your pick would probably work with a little bit of cotton ball, just literally to take it off from there and to take it off from there. Okay, so we've now got, I can take this off now, we've now got this rather lovely design going down one side, and now I'm going to take some blends. Now I'm not going to, I've got some pinks. I think this one is probably a retired one. What is it? Yes, I've had it quite a while. It's a petal pink, but you can use any pinks or any colours you want. And with this, I'm literally just going to very quickly just go over, and you can see I'm not concentrating too much on it at all. So, you know, if you're somebody who doesn't like colouring and's not very good on colouring, then, you know, don't worry, because this really is such a simple shape that you don't even need to worry about colouring, blending or anything. Just literally go over like that. So that's all of the flowers done. And then I'm taking, this is, what's this one? Again, it's a retired one, but and I don't even know if I've got much left. Yes, I have got quite a bit. So with this, I'm literally just going to go in through on some of the pieces on here around the edges that I missed. It's really quite pastel-y, so it's not going to show up too much. You probably can't even see this, so I'm not going to make too much time on it. It just gives a little bit of a different sort of tone, but you can see I'm not spending a lot of time on this. Okay, so then we want a green, and again you can use pear pizzazz, you can use a light or a darker green, and what I'm doing is I'm just doing it up on one side, again fairly quickly. I'm not overly concentrating, but I'm just trying to give just a little bit. So you can see I'm literally just running the point down. If it goes over the edge, it goes over the edge. I'm not overly worried because it's going to come out as this is granny apple green, and it's the dark granny apple green because I wanted to have a contrast in colours. So this one is going to come in on the centre, and we're just doing it where the other bits are. So I'm not particularly concentrating on lights and darks. I'm just giving a bit of colour coming through where, just on those little bits that I've missed, which is like this coming through on there. Okay, now what we need to do is I want to just add a little bit of colour in. So I'm going to take here we go, my light granny apple green, and I want to just add a little bit, and I'm going to be using the bullet point will, let me see. Okay, if we take the bullet point on, let me have a look at this. Let's do it on this scrap here. Okay, so can I get a very fine line with the bullet point? Yes, I can. Okay, now is that going to be finer than using the tip of the other point? Yes, it is. Okay, so with this one I'm going to use the bullet point, and again, always don't worry about having a practice first, you know, get some scrap paper. So what I want to do is just very quickly, and I need to do it almost with one stroke, because if you do what I did on the first one, you will get a jaggedy line if you sort of, you know, whip it from one side. So you have to be quite bold and literally just take it from this piece here. So we've got this one, and I'm just literally very lightly drawing down and lightly drawing up on these ones. So we've just got some green coming through on there, which, as I say, I think makes it quite pretty. So if we then take our, what have I done with the base of the green? I want to put it away very far, can I? No, there it is underneath. Okay, so we've got our green as our base, which you can see just makes this pop quite nicely. And then you could put a large sentiment down there. You could put whatever sort of sentiment you want. Now I'm going to use, because I want to use it from this set. So you amaze me, stronger than you know, here for you, through struggle comes strength. Now I think here for you is quite a nice one. So I've already got that one out and mounted it on a block. And I'm going to take just a scrap, and using the memento, I could do it in green, but because we've done the actual stamping of the flowers in black memento, I want to do the other as well. So I'm literally just going to put it in like that, here for you. Very nice simple font on there, but I think sometimes, you know, having a simple font makes it look really rather good. So that's what we're going to do on this. Just clean that one off. And then I'm going back to my punch. Now you can use there's all sorts of dies, punches, whatever you've got. You can even just cut it down in a square, but I like this this punch. It is retired, but I get it out all the time because it is one of my favourites. So I'm just going to line this up says me with my wiggly woggly hands. Try to get it straight. And we'll just punch that out like that. And then this we can put, and I want to put it down on the side. I'm going to put it there actually, because I don't want it to go through. I want again for it to be fairly sort of clean and simple. I'm trying to do some cards at the moment where there's quite a reasonable amount of white space. We can do what we did before, and this time I think there's a couple of ways of doing this. So let's get the dimensionals out to start off with. So I want a little piece of, let me have a look and see on here. I might use got the minis, but I think I'm going to use, oops, I've got some other bits stuck to the back. I'm going to use, says me, just making a little bit of a noise, looking to see if I got my paper snips on here or not. No, I'm going to do these ones then. So just using the minis, I'm going to have one on one end, one on the other end, and the minis are perfect because they do go in, although I say I've got that one a bit cockeyed, so let's just stick that one in the middle. It's not going to stick out the edge anyway, and then we'll just take the edges off of these ones. Whoops. I'm not mounting it on anything, I'm literally just having it as it is, because I think it makes it look quite nice when you've got some white space in there. So we'll have this, and I want it about there, so I'm going to have it just across a little bit and then just in like that, so I can put that in. And then we just need a few little twinklies. Now we could use rhinestones, that would be quite pretty. We could also use, we've got some nice gems in on there, which are the in colours, so they're quite pretty. You could take a totally different colour in here. We could also, says me, I've just dropped one of these ones in here. I've got quite a few still of the retired rhinestones. No, they're not going to work. And I've also got, which I think is quite pretty, and I think I might use them on this one because it's going to be quite subtle, is our pearls. So let me just get my take your pick tool, grab it out of the pot, and we can then just use that to put, I'm going to use little ones because I think that they will look better. So we'll have one just there. We'll have one in on this side here. We'll have one down on the bottom here. I think I'm going to have 5 on this one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 up on this corner here. And then I'm going to take, because I didn't stamp the here for you, so I'm going to just take one and put it in on here like that. Okay, so you can see that you've made again another clean, simple card, but very pretty with all your decoration down on one side. Very simple little sentiment, and using this Strong of Heart, which is a Make a Difference set. £2.50 of it goes to Heart Health, and we are doing our day of service next Thursday, so hope you can all sort of join in and do something for that day. If you want to order the stamp set, then please do, and as always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.